How's everyone doing? Are we ready? It's coming together.
With the chain?
Cutlery in case we have a tendency to make a ballet out of the whole thing and to do it perfectly. And as Julie says, part of the reason for doing this is so they can eat hot, fresh food and then clear and out. So you keep a brisk pace. So we've cleared the meal, out to go, and that's the end of meal service. I forgot to mention about
So, Ashe, Flagelo, Takseng, Kundruk, Yarke, Kiki, So, Ashe, Flagelo, Takseng, Kundruk, Yarke.
Why don't you show us?
Yeah, it's great. It takes a long time though. The house is big. You got your work cut out for you. Will this be enough? Did I deplete too much of it, or just
No,
spare?
tomorrow we basically need a song. Just energize yourself.
Right.
Whoever
Yeah. And the night before.
And all through the house,
It's midnight.
the llamas are coming.
The llamas are coming.
Oh! Yay!
Run away!
Too late. To the llama suite. Oh, not done yet. But forget it. Wow.
It's like magic. It's like magic. Wow.
Oh, here he is, man, Mr. Sentimentality.
The archivists.
Media
Sewing wizard.
dude. He's gonna be
And
like,
here's the queen of the suite of His Holiness, Susan. I have focused on you.
Uh-oh.
She's tired. She's been working hard.
My double chins are showing.
No, actually, you're
Go
at
away.
the right angle. And now we'll zoom in on the. Remember to use the fade out button.
Oh, the bed moved.
That's true. That's what I mean. It's like if the putback is like works smoothly, they'll be so psyched. So that's cool.
What time is it? Look up at the clock. It's today.
Ooh.
Monday.
Mama Eve.
Mama Eve. Not a soul in the house. Not even a mouse.
Oh, it's been recorded for all posterity.
I always do that. Can we videotape you?
Huh? No, I've been filmed enough. It's like.
Did you get videotaped?
A wee bit here and there. Yeah, well, we had mic on camera. Visit food.
Ooh.
It's
Check
like,
out the pantry.
the thing that's so embarrassing is like every little 10 years, you know, they, well, they'll put it all in a box, Mrs. Potts, you know.
Don't worry.
It's like, no, I don't even know what's down. Ah. And look at the rice corner. This is Rice Alley over here. Rice and Momo Alley.
Did you see our coffee corner?
I did. I think you may have struck something powerful.
Access, right?
Hey.
You can just like go and slam. Injection, Dharma.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna keep buying gourmet coffees for the household. That'll be my contribution. You know, caution to the winds. For the few hardy souls that drink coffee every morning, we'll have every day we can post a little sign. This morning is Kenya. Now it's, you know, Mocha Matari morning. Breakfast?
Yeah, because Amy's going to be assisting me.
We rule breakfast.
The mafia has breakfast. Toshi telling mafia. John Potts, he'll be in making the coffee. Of course.
That's true.
Excuse me?
Turn and look at the camera for two things are not ready.
Yeah. Yo, John.
Yes.
When are you leaving, Dylan?
In about 5 minutes. Because we're close. This is the final camcorder sweep.
John, take that. We're all wondering what it says, and if you have it on camera, maybe we can actually find out. On your thing, so when it disappears again, we can find out.
What it says. Got it.
Need to open the door. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
We reached Boston.
Looking funny, what?
Yeah. I said, finally we got to reach Boston.
Yeah,
We got Boston.
we're glad.
Kids?
Yeah, one of these, I'm not sure which one it is.
How long have they been in?
I'm hoping we're going to get around that. I'm going to Jimmy Mondo. Jean chapter 5. Matter of the see of Bali.
As for the responsibilities of the disciples, before we actually begin the Abhisheka, the disciples are required to revise the bodhicitta and also make the traditional mandala offering. So these two. The first step is to generate the awakened mind of the bodhicitta. In order to generate the bodhicitta, on this occasion, you should please consider sentient beings who are limitless, who are all pervasive like space in number, and that in order to accomplish their ultimate purpose, which would be to be able to, in this very life, establish each and every one of them in the awareness of their own Buddha nature, the state of the primordial Buddha, Samantabhadra, the state of original purity, which is the non-dual experience of the four embodiments, the four kayas. And in this very lifetime, each and every sentient being can be brought to this state of realization through one's own efforts here today, beginning with receiving the ripening empowerment, Abhisheka, which brings the mind to a state of maturity, and then intending to receive all the instructions so as to liberate the mind. Shortly after this ceremony was brought into the world, I was able to give this empowerment and these transmissions to His Holiness Nico Kenzie Rinpoche, to the Queen Mother of Bhutan, and many other great practitioners and lamas who gathered there. So it was very auspicious that it fell into their hands almost immediately. So therefore, I truly feel that more than any other practice, this is very expedient, and the blessings and spiritual attainments are exceedingly fresh and exceedingly swift. The main reason for this is because this is none other than the presentation of the enlightened mind of Guru Rinpoche himself, as it is one of his own profound Dharma revelations brought into this world in recent times. From the time that I've come to the Western world, the United States of America, until today, no one has requested me to give Chola Deshe Dupa empowerment until now.
Olympic Hong is Carson Maya, the Niram Goda, Zion. They think that they choose up and Iria in Japan. Then Malan at up, what to keep up more, Sanju Kanolas will be on the Nicotin in Japan. Girls, Daddy, choose the Yara whatever. That is a double thing to Christama Kay or Pina, choose up this and be Haja of the own Sabana.
And so when the schedule was being presented to me just yesterday upon my arrival here, and I was informed of the Dorji Trula Abhisheka to be given today, then I wasn't really sure if it was due to the fact that it was requested by those who've been planning the program all along, or if it was especially requested by those who belong to this Dharma Center, or whatever the case may be. It pleased me very much to know that there was an auspicious link so that this profound transmission could be given in this country at this time. In general, you must know that in a time of extreme degeneracy such as now, it is only Guru Rinpoche Bhagavatam Baba who can bring us these types of messages. So therefore, I'm thinking that the fact that this particular transmission occurs for the first time today here in this center, and many of the disciples of the center who gather, important disciples of the center, I feel that there's a very important point and an auspicious link that's occurring, which indicates that in the future, obstacles that have been here will now be removed if everyone proceeds to practice this profound technique, that previously existing obstacles are soon to be passed by. Now, especially because this is the center of the Vidyadhara Guru Rinpoche, then there's nothing other that we can do other than practice the Dharma. This is our responsibility. Actually, when Trungpa Rinpoche himself went to practice in Parotox on the Tiger's Nest Cave, he also revealed a Trula revelation which is very similar to this Daishic movement. It's so similar that it is considered to be a branch of the same Dharma. However, a suitable vessel to propagate that transmission of his, that auspicious coincidence didn't occur yet. The reason for this is clearly stated in the fine print of his revelation. And at the time that the Dharma was once again being propagated in Tibet, it is mentioned there that he himself, Trungpa Rinpoche, would be obliged to travel to countries which were barbaric, countries where the Dharma did not exist or was yet to be propagated. And at that time, when he was in many times that his mind would become very sad. He would become very disparaged.
Then that corner, the shop of Yakum de la Pemina. That Chushi Bad, Chuyams and Iban, Conjans on the chapel. Then Janson and Chushi Bad, Chuyams and Iban, Vietnam, that Conhaja, keep going on the then the rest on the side.
When he presented the Dharma to, who still didn't understand it and still didn't really practice it. So this is why he became so sad.
Then he's on the dinner, that Konga, down in the captain and the shop of Yakum de la Shop. I'm Tanjiki shop and chicken, Paradan something, shop a basket piano, which is here. Then a Remgina, that Hammer Chew, Zedu would be the so, Hammer Chew de la Rojan of Tata. Then you always could get that is of Shep. Then Jimana, that chew, now the one 2 yams in India, more than patches on come get there. Johnson told you 1,000.
And so therefore he also said that it was necessary for him to come to this Western country regardless of the adverse circumstances and conditions, and put himself on the level of the ordinary ranks of the common masses of humanity, and actually go through the type of enacted conduct that only ordinary people enact. And that in this way he would be able to gradually bring disciples onto the path, and by explaining to them about the kingdom of Shambhala, and allowing them to understand how to train, to come to know the meaning of Shambhala, that the seed of liberation would be planted in the minds of many beings. Otherwise, it would not be. And so because of this, and because he was able to eventually lead many disciples to the true path of the Dharma and establish them in the absolute meaning of pure practice, he also, later in his life, became very pleased and experienced much a sense of completion and happiness.
Then in a caption, that home Jakarta, Baroda, then you did last by a pian. That night you took your cut, chuki down on Mongoshi. Then you come down.
They were able to travel to India, to Nepal, and to Bhutan, and to meet with many of his old Dharma associates, disciples and friends, and teachers. And he was able to give them profound transmissions. And this made him much happier than he had felt in a long time.
That cabinet there, the better stuff on the shop in the Canada, that when you were here in Mochi, that one by a comedy in the cut. Team was up at the cut to a party and kill the comedy in the sugar. They need a original Mochi. That got more party. But he was shifted to be the dance after Captain and comedy in the shop of Jota. He doesn't come to be a hundred to one in the 1,000.
And especially on that same journey when he was retreating in the Tiger Cave in Bhutan, above Para, then because of his connections in his past life at the time of Guru Rinpoche's life, he was able to recall the profound transmissions that he received before. And while meditating, while receiving the blessings of the mind of Karma Pakshi directly into his own enlightened mind stream, and also simultaneously and non-dually the blessings of Guru Rinpoche. True Guru Rinpoche himself revealed a true practice in that cave as his own mind was Dharma.
Then that comes to one of the that told Chuka that I want to tell you. Did that come to Chuka also? That told the Sri Lanka, then do them your Lamkana about Johnny. She's a Tata, come to Zabate, Hajan Bori, one of Columbia Mongol. Come go to the Hajan on the data. That one year, what is something to buy.
So this trillet that you revealed is something very profound, and as I mentioned before, it belongs to the 9 categories of the trillet Deshe-Kupa cycle that this ceremony here today also is part of. And there are many designated disciples to receive this transmission. However, it's something that has not been able to begin to be propagated yet. So as for this transmission, one branch of it has been, before his passing, it had been propagated by His Holiness Ningbo Kensei Rinpoche to some degree. But otherwise, the other aspects of it, for which there are many different parts of the actual practice, have yet to really be propagated, and many of them have yet to even be brought into the world. And knowing that this transmission is something that can be of tremendous benefit to sentient beings, then I also feel that in my coming here and in my giving you this trillet transmission today on this occasion, it is also something that contributes to the propagation of the enlightened mind stream and the transmissions that Trungpa Rinpoche himself brought into this world because of the connection. And so I have every hope and expectation that you will all be able to accomplish the concerned activities that are necessary to be accomplished in terms of receiving this type of transmission. Let's say that Trungpa Rinpoche's trillet revelation is like a delicious meal that has been placed in an excellent vessel, and it's just placed there, and it's something that is just ready to be consumed. It's absolutely perfect, but it never got consumed. It's still waiting there. It's fresh and ready, but nothing happened. And so my term revelation of trillet is like Trungpa Rinpoche comes here and he says to you, now eat this dish, partake of this food, here it is, take it. And so that's what I'm telling you, that this transmission and my coming here to give you this is making that connection for you, which means that this Dharma will be able to expand and be propagated ever so extensively. And also, if you practice this trillet, like I said before, Trungpa Rinpoche wasn't able to reveal all of his revelations in his lifetime concerning trillet, and I myself have only brought forth a little bit of my own trillet terms. And in fact, there are 9 categories of the trillet, so it's not completely revealed yet in this world. But it will be when I am in my future rebirth as Dorje Tope Sal. And so at that time, you will be born as a disciple, and you'll be able to receive all of the remaining Dharma transmissions of trillet if you practice this one now.
산지 포마토 비기 얘기도 뭐 많이 해.
And also, if you practice this, then when you pass from this life, you will realize the indivisibility, and you will be in the non-dual presence of Guru Rinpoche and Karmapa. So if you understand, that means they're non-dual. Otherwise, those of you who want to go to Guru Rinpoche, maybe that will be easy for you to go to Guru Rinpoche. And those of you who are more inclined to go to Karmapa, you can go to Karmapa. But in this case, it's not necessary to go separate ways. You can meet them both simultaneously and instantaneously, because in fact they are non-dual. This is something you will realize if you accomplish a practice such as this.
가다 미국의 무지다 좋아하는 친구 박진이가 가까이 이제 좀 있었을 뭐만 그것보다 코로나까지 지 가고 밖에 야도 되고 오다가 거기 가서 공부 점줄 나가 나섰다. 디아블이 그다 코로나 가다 내가 어디 봐나 저리가 좀 신사라서 된 야도 좀 줄거다 해서 올라가고 가고 밖에 거기에는 공부를 좀 지인지 좋아해.
Actually, I'm just teasing when I say that you could go to one or the other, because in fact they're the same. It wouldn't be possible to go to one or the other. It's non-dual anyway. In fact, Karmapakshi was such a great master. He became, of course, the guru of the emperor of China in his time. He displayed so many miraculous feats. Like he used to fly in the space and he used to say to the king, to the emperor, so he could hear, "Take a look at me. I'm Guru Rinpoche and I'm Sadhava." And he would manifest in this way so the king saw him as Guru Rinpoche. And of course, it was Karmapakshi. And the emperor took him as his new guru.
Then 정말은 그 저는 그 뜻답다. Karmapakshi 추비 그 거를 저도 다 도지 저도지. Karmapakshi 그 영웅 그 도지 저도 되는 상황네.
And also in Tripura Rinpoche's Trulip Revelation, it says that the radical emanation of Karmapakshi is the Udurya Trulip.
Karmapakshi says you karma, any gadget. Original Buddha says you the Nyama. If gadget is on the Nyama, it's a
And so Karmapakshi is Kardive, Guru Rinpoche is Ningwada. And so when Karmapakshi gets angry, he becomes a Ningwada.
La testa di non solo Zapmo Jevada, 정말 라마니 karma pakeda urjenu bochi ayemya uri yamda ta dala walker zammo zato sornyam di sora de jibu.
Now then, beginning with the actual empowerment, the Abhishek, first of all, consider that the Vajra Master is non-dual as Karmapakshi and Guru Padmasambhava. And in his presence, considering in this way, you should supplicate to receive the empowerment. And you must perform the following visualization.
Oops.
Huh? That's what I'm zooming at.
And then they'll laugh, they'll smile, real
If you go up really close to the camera, they'll laugh.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
What? Hello.
Here, you got your cat.
Ya pedu.
Tingi juja to tende then zoba chimba kada techu ki chandaji tena phadyogares.
In the outer mind and inner expanse classes, respectively, Dzogchen doctrine that is primarily presented is that of Trekchit, the cutting through to original purity, which brings out the view.
In
the third class, the class of pointing out instructions, both Trekchit, cutting through to original purity, and Togao, crossing over with spontaneous presence, are set forth equally.
Finally registered. Okay, never mind.
Who is she talking to? You know and we don't.
Who knows, anyway.
We're getting this on video.
Uh-oh.
Videoing?
I don't see any blinking lights. That's where Mike.
Yeah,
that's where Mike covered up the blinking red lights. He wouldn't know that it's taping you.
No, I don't think so.
Think now that you are seated on a snow lion throne at the eastern gate of the mandala. Now, because of connections from before, each and every one of you have sacred bonds with special meditation deities, be it Vajrakalaya or Dorje Trulit or Manjushri and his primordial wisdom embodiment. Whatever the case may be, at this time you should consider that you are being given permission to maintain this profound connection.
This one? Thank you. Special bear.
He's dancing.
Bear and parrot.
Chum.
This is the bear and parrot. Bear one.
Forward and back with that.
I was going to get you in it, so go back.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry,
And then. Reconnoiter?
We can drive first.
We can drive right to that
top there.
And then wheelchair.
Hey, girls! Miss Condro!
Yeah, that might be.
Are you real allergic? We're heading off.
Oh, how are you? Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you. We have a group of lamas from Tibet visiting.
I see.
And having a little demonstration.
Ignoring you. Oops, sorry, John. Little movement there.
Actually, I don't think she can. The wind's going this way. Why isn't there anybody here? Is this like totally private? You think?
Yeah.
Completely
yeah.
private?
It's sort of a fast pan, John, but hey, here you come.
Oh, nice. Oh, that must be Dr. Potts. Gee, how could I tell?
Oh, suit. Where are the awnings?
Huh?
Oh, there they are. I said, where are the awnings? I couldn't see them though. Right, there they are.
Jump na mat ari jump to je jump tomorrow go again chop jump to
So good to hear. She might head come down from the hospital. So good.
mat to le je jump to jump to ari long ban but jump to kala any into mongol to dala ari long ban jump to
There's the water.
under the tong kat down
I don't know, just kind of the whole tableau. Yeah,
Can you guys get a little closer to holiness and I'll get you.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, that's enough. So the picture you get.
Whoa, up and running. Go get a picture, Deidre.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Good day,
Did we tell Holiness about this area? This is Atlantic Ocean.
Probably.
Small. I was going to get the first things first.
Looks just like
If you want to
John.
collect some shells.
Atlantic Ocean. Bay.
And if anyone wants to sit down on
Bay.
anyone wants
Buzzards Bay. Buzzard is a bird. Named after a bird. Buzzards Bay of Atlantic Ocean. Maybe we should get some clams from the fellow who's collecting.
I think that's probably not.
It's because they're little sentient beings. Oh, they don't eat them.
Well, they're a little living things.
This is also from a kind
Oh, this is a rock and the seaweed sticks onto it.
of plant so that it doesn't get washed out to sea.
That's just a plant, but the plant sticks onto the rock.
What lives in there?
A small animal.
Oh, you found one, yeah, the whole...
Fish that lives in the water.
These are like the top.
Sometimes a pearl, yeah.
Sometimes you are there.
They live on top of each other at attachments.
And then also in here, small animals.
Water.
Good morning, Sanjay. I didn't see you there. So you are getting the
Oh, this one. This kind we don't eat. Yeah. So they can pick their favorites and for your supply.
Uh-oh. Do you have film?
At the house.
Oh.
Maybe I better... I don't think I'm going to go get one. Are we going to be here for a while?
That's alive. That's very friendly. I asked him if he would bring us a couple, so he did. Brought over. Oh, in bucket.
We can edit.
Oh, look, they're talking to the fishermen.
We should show.
Sort of.
Yeah, well, you know.
Slice still on. He does look like it.
Okay, I'm going to go get more film.
Do you have to get in the car?
But they're very curious about things. So that was very kind. Thank you. Thanks. Oh yeah, these are scallops. Yeah, those are these awesome.
It's good right up until probably September, October here.
He said you want to eat.
They disappear.
Buddhists do not kill.
Girls are interested.
Where is this?
Swimming.
Yangsho Kawareda. Yangsho.
Oh, the costume's going to guard him. Buddy system. The buddy system.
I found one.
다시 그래. 다시 그래.
Big photos are traveling.
Hello. Hello.
They come down and grab clam, take it up in the air, drop it on the rock, break open, and come down and get the clam.
Maybe you should tell him.
In eastern Tibet, very like western people, very like. But we don't have tribe in America. We don't have tribe because the Chinese
stop. Try to stop.
Yeah. This very hospital. Very, we think it's very important. Let's go to Mammoth.
Accent and everything. In formation, here we go.
Oh yeah.
We don't know where it's going to be. Supposed to work.
It's about 2,000 kilometers away from the place where it's from the supply time. And it's a very different place in our west from it is. And suppose if there is a hospital which is going to set, it's going to set up in the place where it's from the supply time, it should be a great benefit. It should really.
John?
Yes, sir.
We will have something.
Are you a crazy monk?
I think I'm crazy because I'm going to eat real. John
Kimbo soda. Chris's birthday. Hi. I almost grabbed the camera for you. Good.
Wake up, Jigme. Wake up, Jigme. I was on the night flight last night, and I didn't, so I really haven't slept. That's my excuse.
And the fearless costling at the wheel.
The costling was stripped down.
Who followed his charge into the water.
He guarded the llama.
In the ocean.
The water, but he didn't guard me.
The llama.
Find the llama yet.
Don't tell us.
If a shark had attacked, the Khalsa would throw themselves
into the jaws
and distract the shark long enough for the principal to get out of the water.
And then behind us in the distance, Yeshin Norbu.
Jungle center, itu tambah di kolam yang kolam itu, yang itu cepat dengan jungle center itu cepat dan sahaja yang sampai dengan kolam aman itu, rapat akan berbentuk, gajian sahaja ini dengan jangan sama kecil. Om Mara Patananda, 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 Om Mara
Hamaरा Patana di, 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 Hamaरा Patana di,
Manjawan Sarwadana Nadawana Samayasa
From the time you were born until now, this has been the nature of your mind. It's not as though you were born and then later you acquired it, so that at one time you were separate from it. You've never been separate from it.
So sorry.
상나 거의 정답을 적는 말이에요. 아니 그걸 말을 그렇게 남편이 상식이 공통적으로 잘 지금 겹쳐서 상관 무슨 겹쳐서 마음이 겹쳐서 그 평면 밑에로 소소 캐러만 타고 강한테 상을 깨치고 소소 해봐 부산한 게 여러 소소로 상을 받는 거예요. 지금 대미 해봐 참가도 많이 있어요. 해봐도 난 생전 다른 제 상계를 지금 내를 지금 yap선으로 내서 제가 미치기 전에 미치게 되는 마스나 쭉 첨부적으로 쭉 yap어주는 양습하는 거 이용하는 때 소금인가다 감당이 감당이 이 그룹도 감당이 주는 답이거든. 미치게 나 캐나다로 했던 좀 그런 것들이야. 그러니까 미리 표가 되까지 말을 여러 번 말해요. 그 마인드는 그냥 그런 때 제일 방금 브라질에 있는 프렌드 우차에 난다도 하고 네 표가 여러 개 말아 많이 동작될 때 제가 말하고 한 미치게 아이언을 가이서 그래서 컨버셔를
For instance, it's like the difference between someone who has honor and who does not, and who is insensitive to the needs of others and really kind of self-centered, which is not like the difference between being ugly or handsome, we could say, because this would be obvious. In terms of the point that's being brought out, that the vehicle, that what qualifies one's spiritual pursuit is one's motivation, and then that becomes the vehicle that one is able to maintain as one's focus for practice. Like for instance, if you have a boat that is a very good boat and it has the potential to bring a lot of people across the lake over to the other side, and there are many people who are in danger of losing their lives if they don't get into that boat to cross over to safety. And if there's someone who is dishonorable and self-centered, then you might try to just rush onto the boat yourself without caring about anyone else. Or you may just care about those who you are close to, like your relatives and friends, and be concerned that they all get on the boat with you and that you reach safety, but you don't care about everyone else that you don't know. Whereas if you're someone who has honor and dignity, then even if you don't know the other people at all, whoever they are, you will care that every single one of them has a chance to get on the boat right along with you and your loved ones and reach the other shore to safety.
You ask him, maybe other ways to keep. So one is a substantive, one is a second. You ask him because he or she took the relatives, his friends, and the other ones, he didn't hear why not, just a car. And the car was done. He can hear it. And then ask, which person is good? Ask somebody. First one, second one. और बात कर रही है जैसे की बात है 이게 말하면서 생기가 약간 퓨즈나 최성공 가르치나 생기가 자동나 생기가 그렇지만 뭐 내가 생각하는 텔레비전 말하면서 뭐라고 하는데 아니 추천을
And not only that, by keeping the samaya, just by keeping the samaya alone, we will experience longevity, good health, and the accomplishment of all of our wishes and goals, because we will be protected by those Dharma protectors who, before at the time of Guru Rinpoche, were bound to the oath of protecting the doctrine and those who uphold and propagate and practice the doctrine. And so this will propagate and practice the doctrine. And so this would be like having the castle of the Dharma protectors around you, if you keep your samaya.
Any dancing masana or chikosana?
So even the Vajra castle here in the temple, if they don't want to, they won't let us in the door. In the Dharma. If we do something to upset them, they may decide not to let us in. They have that power. They can actually not let us in.
Okay, ini lama ya.
Dr. John Potts, who's here this morning, has been so kind to me on my trip here to Boston, and kind to all the members of my entourage. He's someone who's dedicated his life to be of benefit to all other people, as a doctor with a true, pure, altruistic attitude. And so, if he himself prays to Manjushri, then he will always be able to accomplish his goals. He will truly be able to establish all of these people in a state of true peace and happiness. So he must depend on Manjushri. Just like each and every one of you who are here, you have your goals, you have your work in life. And in order to accomplish those goals and activities, you too must be dependent upon Manjushri, and you will be able to accomplish your goals. You will be able to reap the fruit of your endeavors. This is a brief history or background about the necessity of Manjushri and this type of transmission that's being bestowed here this morning. And now especially to mention a little bit more about the Dharma in the Tibetan tradition, which began with the first, actually the way that the system began with a 60-year cycle of the centuries according to this system. When the Buddha first taught the college and there have also been many other auspicious signs of these revelations taking root in this country, especially all of the many students that I have met on my visit here who have become my disciples and have shown strong enthusiasm towards these practices. And especially I noticed at the time when I was in New York City, there are many very learned Buddhist scholars who gathered there who all received these transmissions and made the commitments to follow through with the practices. And so I took that as a very special sign because these are some of the important people, most of the very important English or American students and teachers who are responsible also for propagating the Dharma. And so the fact that they were there and receiving these transmissions was also a very important auspicious link. And so I really feel that this opportunity that I've had to come to the United States and present these profound revelations and give the Dharma teachings is something that has been extremely important and valuable. And I also have noticed that the American people are people who possess many great qualities, of which I would also like to say a great sense of humor and an ability to really sort of appreciate that which is given to them and to take that with a sense of joy and delight. And due to that, I also have enjoyed myself in terms of being able to say different humorous things and receive a response and know that we are all sharing something in a common way, on a common level that actually transcends the other limitations in language and so forth. And so the communication level has been very direct because of this open attitude that Americans possess. And I know that the activities that have taken is something that we could say is going to be very long-reaching and permanent in terms of lifetimes and centuries to come in the future. Something that is of true benefit. Especially at the time that I received this revelation bursting forth from my awareness while I was practicing at the 5 Peak Mountain in China. You see, at a time that a revelation comes out, one is not necessarily aware of the predictions about that revelation at that time, nor would it be suitable to speak about a prediction for its future. But what happened was that while I was in the Vajradhana Shrine Room, the RMDC in Colorado, while I was teaching, spontaneously I remembered the prediction about this prophecy at that time, which was actually predicted by Kunpen Nima. And it was actually predicted by Kunpen Nima. And Holiness just said the whole prediction. And what it means, I can't actually translate exactly what he said, but then he went on to elaborate that what it means is that this doctrine would be revealed in the north, which of course indicates the 5 Peak Mountain in China, which is the place where the sun rises. And yet the rays of the sun shining from north to west indicate that this doctrine would actually be predominantly practiced in the West, and that it would bring the most benefit to sentient beings in the West, and specifically in America. And so it's going like from east to west. And this also indicates in terms of the analogy that when the sun rises, then the rays of the sun gradually come out and shine to the west. And so like that, gradually I can know that from the prediction that this would be brought to the west, and that gradually in stages it is something that would become fully endowed as it began to be propagated. And while I was in the shrine room in Colorado, I realized the truth of this prophecy taking place at that moment. And I became extremely happy because I knew that the time for this doctrine to be brought to America was occurring, and that the propagation and the prophecy was actually coming to pass in that very moment. And so I felt extremely pleased. In general, when I check my actions, they're really always based on making prayers to my sacred deity that I have a heart connection with, and to my root and lineage teachers. So I pray to them and I wait for signs to indicate to me what should occur. But this time when I came to America, in that of course I do that, I've noticed that what's happened here has happened far more spontaneously. It's not been a case where I was praying and waiting for signs. It was more of a case that it was just occurring according to that was the most beneficial to sentient beings and beneficial to the propagation of the doctrine. So it's something that's been also very spontaneous. Because I have not come here to this country, nor in that I'm going to Europe, it is not so that I can get money and donations. It is not so that I can get reputation and become well known in these countries. I'm telling you, this is not my motivation. I have come here almost just in a sense it's been like being crazy. Just deliriously arriving here. And powerlessly. It's been something that occurred quite out of my power, but I feel for sure that it is due to the blessings of Manjushri. And it is due to that reason alone. So that powerlessly, here I am, quite to my own surprise, that this is all happening. Yet I recognize it to be the time of the coming of concerned activities and the time of bringing benefit to sentient beings through the blessings of Manjushri. So just like I feel that Manjushri has been my principal protector and has blessed me and has cared for me on this journey and has actually been the one responsible for everything that's been happening, which involves meeting all of you just by a coincidence. I also feel that all of you should consider that you are also now sort of powerless in a sense that you are being blessed by Manjushri because you're part of it. So Manjushri is blessing you too. So all of us are the same. We are all experiencing the blessings of Manjushri, which is something that we must acknowledge. So that now, you should practice this Dharma. Now that you've heard it, you should practice it. And you should propagate it, and you should make sure that it benefits self and all other beings. This is the hope that I have for this connection. And so I would like to express that wish and that hope that each and every one of you will become practitioners of these revelations, and you will be able to bring great benefit to all other beings. So just as it is believed according to Western science that the sun never sets on the world. In other words, it's revolving and the sun is always shining on the world. So just like that, I would like to use that analogy to exemplify my feeling towards all of you that now you have met with this Dharma teaching. And if you practice this, the sun of the doctrine will never set on you. It will always shine on you. what I'm really saying is, you see, even though the sun will set here in the west and you'll all be sleeping in your beds and it'll be dark out, over in Asia where I am, we'll all be up and awake and chanting Om Marapatsana. We'll be doing our practice. And so the sun's rays will take the energy of that blessing and will come around, and then you will wake up and you will hear Om Marapatsana and you will get up and you will also practice. So it's like when we're sleeping, you're practicing, and it just goes like that.
that's
So you see, it's really true, because even now, in Asia, probably all of the practitioners of this dharma, they're sleeping in their beds because it's nighttime. It's probably after 11 at night and they're asleep. But here we are in America, giving the empowerment. We're all thinking about Manjushri and chanting the mantra, Om Marapatsana. And so this energy is all happening. And so then, when this day is complete, which is filled with the blessings of Manjushri, they'll already be waking up and they're already starting their practices. So you see, the sun of the Dharma never sets. So this auspicious opportunity that we're having here, we should also attribute that to the kindness of His Holiness Kema Norbu Rinpoche and also Kempo Namdro. And also I would like to acknowledge the contribution of Gyalpa Rinpoche and his centers, who are entirely responsible for my visit to this country, and also the kindness of Trungpa Rinpoche and his centers, because it is due to their efforts that the initial invitation letters came to me in Tibet, and that through those letters I was able to receive permission and actually access so that I could come on this journey. But I would like to also really acknowledge the kindness of Gyalpa Rinpoche, who is really responsible for all of this, and it's something that I will never forget, and I hope that none of us will ever forget it. And in just a few days, I do realize that it's time for me to leave the United States. Which he then explained means something like, if you write something in letters, it can be erased by water or by some other substance which has the power to eliminate it. But if you write something on the mind, it can never be erased. It is never vanished. And so the mental impressions that have been made in terms of receiving these Dharma transmissions are something that will never leave you and will never be separate in terms of that, particularly if you maintain and uphold this with your practice. And especially this refers to our spiritual connection.
yams like you that go that. Some teeth get the jig your lamb, some make your trip. Now that you send it your own people. Then now you might make the body.
So please understand the meaning. If you write a letter, if you write words down, they can be erased. It is not something that is permanent. But if something is impressed on your mind, it is permanent. It cannot be erased. It's always there.
I didn't know what I was being allowed to look at a moment. That's not true. I didn't know what young years. Then you young. That is something that no one can put it. That's how you put it. You don't think you might have done. That's Jima. You could come back kids.
And I know that I have many new students here in America, and I care for all of you very much. And so therefore I hope that I can come back again and again. But it is true that I am elderly and I am not so well physically, and so I don't know that it will be possible. But anyway, I hope that it could be possible. But I do feel that whether I come back or not is not the point. The point is that each and every one of you must practice this Dharma. You must practice the Dharma, that is the point.
Get out of the one that will be married to Huma, to somebody choose the market. Not going to send the photo to give it that you know something 7 members.
Always or never forget to circle the world. And so like that, I will never forget my students in America if they never forget me. That's the song.
No, no visitors. Other people?
I don't know where they are.
They are maybe gone inside.
They're not allowed. But this is.
نفشق يركب سامي أنا ثمر كتشيا لما كم شخص ملا يشيسير تبي تاتي بوني كاسن روادي بعد كتشيا سامبا زانو فيام بادا نيانجي كني زان بيفشان تبشق سين كي بادا تر هاد وصل زواج يام لم يام سبلان بيسيرش كزونج كوما جبر فيه تانو كني جان كتشيا ين
Yeah, I think I missed it.
right together.
Oh, yeah.
Good, good. Thank you.
Okay, we have your car waiting.